purpose of these shuttles is to link residents to New Jersey Transit's bus and rail services. Sometimes they're called last mile connectors. In our case with the Route 54 shuttle, the route is actually about almost 20 miles long. And if it were not for the shuttles, people would not be able to get to work, they would not be able to get to social services, they would not be able to get to school, they would not be able to visit their friends and family. So the shuttles are actually linking people to these services as well as to New Jersey Transit services, which then gets them out into the region-wide network of transportation, because that gives them access to the South Jersey region, including Atlantic City, Philadelphia, and so forth.
When we first started to work in South Jersey, we had a number of open meetings. And during those open meetings in Atlantic, Cumberland, Salem, and Gloucester counties, almost every person there said that transportation was an issue.
You know, before the shuttle, we had some issues in this rural community. You know, rural community means that people are spaced out between homes, and also the resources are spaced out also. And that means that people are not linked to these resources that they need for themselves and their families.
I take the shuttle mainly for work and also for shopping, visit with family, you know, or friends, things like that, to stay in touch with them.
It gets them around to make things a little easier for them, considering there is no transit service out around that way.
Basically, I catch the shuttle here in this Hamilton station. I usually go from here to the shopping in the Hamilton shopping centers. Basically, I need to go to the doctors, the hospital, the shopping area, or out in Richland, Vineland, where there's no buses that run through 54.
As we're entering our fourth year, we have provided approximately 40,000 rides to our shuttle to the community, and that's a projection through the end of 2018. We are seeing our ridership increase on almost a monthly basis. We've been very encouraged by the ridership, and actually, to be honest, somewhat surprised, because this is a rural area, and we weren't quite sure what to expect in terms of passenger count, but it's exceeded our expectations.
So it's now becoming well-known and becoming an added feature. Now you have that breath of fresh air that, hey, I can get someplace, I can get to the main routes, Philadelphia, Atlantic City, where most of the employment is in this area. Because most people do commute to work.
We started out trying to get people to work, but what has happened, this whole project just didn't go with going to work. It went to all of these other places people could go. And what it did, it heightened the quality of life of the whole community.
To connect with friends, family, get to doctor's appointments, even go to see a movie or something of that nature, it would be kind of rough to do with having the added cost of maybe paying for a cab or finding a Lyft or Uber or whatever like that.
The seniors, more than anything else, can get to where they need to go. The opportunities to have more frequent visits to the medical facilities and to the pharmacies.
They get an opportunity to go out to retail establishments. They get to go to Dunkin' Donuts, and it doesn't cost them any money. That's a big plus on a fixed income. They're able to have access without having any expense.
The benefit of having the Route 5440 community shuttle is its ability to link rural communities with the resources that they need for everyday living.
I've been here all my life. My father's been here 91 years. And to have this type of transportation, this type of flexibility, again, gives the people the access that they need.
It helps. It really helps.
This shuttle is a lifeline for this community. If this shuttle were to cease operations, it would be detrimental to the residents in the area, as well as the businesses, the retail, the employers in the area, they would all suffer.
It would be, I would say, it would be like an eclipse. It would be a rough change.
If the shuttles go away, families will suffer.
And I would say to any organization, whether it's private sector, public sector, you really need to take a hard look at who the shuttles are serving, how they're serving them, and how they're benefiting the community, and not only just this rural community, but the county and the region as a whole. And I think if organizations, if people look at the benefits, if they go beyond the numbers, beyond the number of people who are actually riding the shuttle, they'll see that these shuttles have a tremendous impact on the region, and they need to continue.